500,000 naira may not buy you a plot of land in Lekki, but if you invest that money in a very good financial instrument, you can make back good returns on your investment. In this video, I'll share with you 5 places where you can invest your 500,000 naira and you stand a chance of making very good returns on your investments. I will not be telling you to invest and start a business. Neither will I tell you to invest in tech, or will I be telling you to invest in AI. These are very simple and legit opportunities that you can invest into and make back very good returns on your investments. The very first place that you can invest your 500,000 naira is in the money market mutual funds. And this is where I recommend for beginners to get started with. The reason being that it is low risk. A money market mutual funds is like a pot of money that is collected from different investors like you and I by a professional asset manager who then goes ahead to invest his money into short-term and low-risk financial instruments. So they can invest in things like bonds, commercial papers, treasury bills, and fixed deposits. When they make profit from all of these investments, out of that profit is where they now pay their investors dividend. With as little as 5,000 naira, you can start investing in the money market mutual funds. And there are many of them in Nigeria. We have the likes of ARM, there is FBN Quest, there is also Stanbic IBTC money market mutual funds. Personally, I have invested in the Stanbic IBTC money market mutual funds. And if you want to invest in these money market mutual funds, you can use the Stanbic IBTC brokers or you can use Cowrywise. Personally, I use Cowrywise to invest in the money market mutual funds. So if you already have an account with Cowrywise, you can simply go ahead and use it to invest. But if you don't have an account, you can create one by using the link in the video description. After you create your account, you go ahead and then complete your KYC. Once your account is verified and activated, the next step is to fund your account. After funding your account, go over to the Naira Mutual Fund section and then you click on Conservative Mutual Funds. From there, you can spot the Stanbic IBTC Money Market Mutual Funds. Then you can go ahead to invest. Most money market mutual funds returns around 20% interest per annum. So let's say you invested your 500,000 naira in the money market mutual funds at a 20% interest rate. At the end of the year, what you are going to get as profit is 100,000 naira. For some people, they will say this money is too small. I mean, how can you invest 500,000 naira and what you are getting at the end of the year is just 100,000 naira? So let me address this particular issue once and for all. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to investment, you don't want to put all of your eggs in just one basket. You want to diversify. So while you have your money in some active income sources, it is financial wisdom to also have your money in some passive income sources. So by putting your money in the money market mutual funds, it does not require your active participation. It is simply your money working for you. This is where the rich actually save their money, because instead of leaving your money in a savings account where they pay you 4% interest or nothing at all, it is better to put that money in the money market mutual funds where the interest you get paid is higher at the end of the day. So the money market mutual funds is one of the best places that you can get started with investing your 500,000 naira. The second place is in treasury bills. Treasury bills is simply you giving your money as loan to the government, and in return, they pay you interest. And the interest they pay you is upfront, meaning that before you invest, they've already paid you your interest. Then at the end of your investment cycle, they're going to return your capital back to you, because there are different tenor for the treasury bill investment. There is a 91-day tenor, there is the 182 days tenor, and also there is the 364 days tenor. So let's say you are going for the one of 364 days, which is approximately 1 year. If you are investing your 500,000 naira at a 10% interest rate, what you are going to invest, if you want to invest in treasury bills, is 410,000 naira. But at the end of 1 year, what you are going to get is 500,000 naira. So the government will be returning 500,000 naira to you. So your profit is that 90,000 naira that you did not invest when you were investing in this opportunity. So basically, that is how the treasury bill investment actually works. So how can you get started with investing in treasury bills? If you want to invest in treasury bills using an app like Bamboo, the minimum amount you need is 10,000 naira. And if you want to invest in treasury bills using the African Investor 2.0 app, the minimum capital is 100,000 naira. But if you want to invest in treasury bills using Stanbic IBTC brokers, the minimum capital you need is 500,000 naira. So you can basically use any of these platforms to invest in treasury bills. The third place that you can invest your 500,000 naira and make very good returns is the federal government savings bond. The federal government savings bonds is a short-term debt instrument that is offered by the federal government to investors to invest into government projects and get paid interest. So this is also another investment opportunity where you get to loan your money to the government and get paid interest. And here they also have different tenor. There is a 2-year tenor and there is a 3-year tenor. But guess what? If you are investing in the federal government savings bonds, your interest will be paid to you every quarter, meaning that every 3 months, you are going to be getting paid your interest. And at the end of your investment cycle, your capital will be returned back to you. The minimum you can use to invest in the federal government savings bonds is 5,000 naira. So with your 5,000 naira, with your 10,000 or your 100,000 or your 500,000 naira, you can proceed to start investing in the federal government savings bond. If you want to invest in the FGN savings bond, you can do that by creating a stockbroker account, because the window to invest in this opportunity is opened in the first week of every month. So when the window is open, your broker is going to notify you. And once your broker notifies you, you can now proceed to invest. If you are looking for somewhere you can put your money and you can sleep with peace of mind, knowing full well that your money is safe, then the federal government savings bonds is for you. The fourth place that you can invest your 500,000 naira to make good returns on your investments is to invest in stocks. If you have been following me here on this channel for a while, you will know that I am very passionate about stocks investments. As a matter of fact, I always advise young people to invest in stocks. Reason being that now that you are young is when you have the opportunity to take a lot of risk. When you invest in stocks, you are simply buying a part of a company, which actually qualifies you to become a shareholder in that company. So as the company expands, as the company grows, that is how the value of your stocks will also continue to increase. And there are basically 2 ways you can make money by investing in stocks. You can make money through share price appreciation or capital gain. You can also make money through dividend, okay? If you want to invest in stocks as a beginner, it is recommended that you invest in blue chip companies. We are talking about companies like the Zenith Bank, Dangote, MTN Nigeria. These are blue chip companies because they've been able to stand the test of time. And when you invest in these companies, you're going to invest in peace of mind because these companies has very strong fundamentals. One key thing you want to take note of if you want to invest in stocks is the fact that you don't have to chase hype. Don't invest in a company stocks because somebody on social media has asked you to go and invest in that company. Before you invest in the company, make sure that you do your research, check the company's revenue, check their profit. Be sure that they are not owing debt, and be sure that they have been consistent with paying dividend consistently over the years to all their investors. If the company actually meets up with all of these requirements, then it's actually good for you to invest in the company. The fifth place that you can invest your 500,000 naira is to put that money in a high-yield savings account. Although this is not an investment in quotes, but by keeping that money in a high-yield savings account, you stand a chance of making more interest on your savings. A high-yield savings account is more like a regular savings account. The only difference is that here you get paid more interest compared to the 4% or 5% they pay you for keeping your money in a regular savings account. There are platforms you can actually use for your high-yield savings account. There is the likes of Piggyverse and also there is Cowrywise. Most of these high-yield savings account pays you up to 14 to 22% interest per annum. So before I wrap up, here is one important mistake that you need to avoid, and that is lack of consistency. One mistake a lot of people make is that they just invest once and they never invest again. That shouldn't be you. Let it not be that you just invest your 500,000 naira and that is all. When it comes to investment, it's a long-term game. You have to ensure that you are investing consistently. So even after investing your 500,000 naira, make sure that you keep topping up your investment capital, because the more you invest, the more returns that you are going to get. So with that said, we've come to the end of this video, and if you find this information helpful, do well to like the video, share it, and also leave a comment for me down there if you have any money questions at all. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.